What's going on, everybody? Welcome into Ravens Rundown. I am your host, Joey Peterson, and we start today's episode off and do today's episode on breaking news revolving around the Minnesota Vikings as they sign free agent quarterback Daniel Jones. Now, why are we talking about this on Ravens Rundown? Well, if you didn't know, Baltimore was in pretty heavy contention for landing the free agent quarterback, and honestly, guys, I don't think Daniel Jones is that great of a quarterback, but I think he would have helped this team. And I honestly think this is a pretty big miss by Baltimore. I'll get into that in just a little bit. Again, thanks so much for joining us. If you are joining us for the first time, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button. It's free. It keeps the show free, and we've been growing rapidly so far. In the month of November, 1,455 subs. That means, 45 subs away from hitting that 1,500 mark for the mark of November. Again, it's been an awesome month. We've seen a lot of wins. We've seen some losses as well, but the best part about it is we've been together for all of it. So if this is your first time tuning in, make sure to hit the subscribe button and join the family. All right, this tweet coming from Jordan Schultz stating, breaking, former Giants quarterback Daniel Jones is signing with the Vikings, sources tell NFL on Fox. Jones had several options, but prioritized a team in contention with a quarterback-friendly offensive system and a coaching staff known for maximizing player potential. And I think that's exactly why he decided to go to the Minnesota Vikings. I think that's exactly why he chose the Vikings over Baltimore, okay? Let's talk about that QB-friendly offensive system. I think the Baltimore Ravens offensive system is Lamar Jackson friendly. I think it's quarterback friendly in the sense that, there's a lot of really good talent, especially at the running back position with Derrick Henry. You got so many weapons in the tight ends with Isaiah Likely, with Mark Andrews, and of course you got Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman, Deontay Johnson, Nelson Agholor. You got plenty of weapons around you. But is that offense a quarterback friendly offense? Like, if it's not Lamar Jackson, I wouldn't necessarily say yes to that, okay? And we all know Kevin O'Connell, the head coach over there with the Minnesota Vikings. He is known for getting the most out of his quarterbacks. He has done so many fantastic things along his career, so many quarterbacks' careers. Look at what he's doing just this year with Sam Darnold. If I'm Daniel Jones and I see Sam Darnold, I'm saying, okay, honestly, I'm just Sam Darnold 3 years later as Daniel Jones. Why wouldn't I go to Minnesota where I have a chance to learn under Kevin O'Connell and possibly have him save my career just like he's doing to Sam Darnold's? Okay, Darnold's having a fantastic season. But what did we all think about Darnold before that? Oh, he was a bust. He was picked in the top 10 at number 2 exactly. Maybe he was number 1 that year. Regardless, he was picked in the top 10. Bust. Can't do anything. Then he goes to Minnesota. People are speaking a different tune this year. What was everybody saying about Daniel Jones, right? They're saying, he's a bust. He was picked in the top 10. Was awful with the Giants. Now he heads to Minnesota, and he has a chance to do something different. So why are we talking about it here on Ravens Rundown? Well, this tweet coming from SiriusXM just the other day. This came out on yesterday exactly, actually, 10 a.m., It states, I think Daniel Jones would prefer to go to the Baltimore Ravens. That was from Peter King. It said here, Peter King and Jim Gray official every week on Let's Go. So there's people, media sources, saying that they think Daniel Jones would prefer to go to Baltimore, and yet there's that last-second switch-up, and he decides to go with Minnesota, okay? But you guys let me know first. Did you want the Ravens to sign Daniel Jones? If it's a yes, give me a Y in the comment section down below. And if it's an N, go ahead and give me a no, okay? This is going to be the pinned comment on today's YouTube video. So YouTube's about to throw you an ad break. When that time comes, take advantage of it by scrolling down to the comment section, finding this pinned comment, and give me a yes or a no. Honestly, guys, at the end of the day, I just think Daniel Jones would have been great insurance. Do I think Daniel Jones is going to be a star in this league? No. Do I think his time has passed him? Yes, I do. But do I think he's better than Josh Johnson? 100%, okay? And God forbid, I'm going to knock on wood, God forbid something happens to Lamar Jackson. Are we confident in Josh Johnson's ability to run this offense? Are we confident in Josh Johnson's ability to possibly go win us a playoff game, to go win us a big game? Because I'm not. Sure, he went almost perfect one day in the preseason, but what did he do in the other preseason games, right? Not that great. He's playing against a lot of guys in the preseason who currently don't have jobs. They're working at Subway. They're working at Home Depot. I'm being dramatic, but it's truthful in a sense. There's always truth in sarcasm. And so I just think Daniel Jones would have been in a nice insurance piece. Because, again, I'm just not sure I have that much confidence in the guy in our backup quarterback position right now in Josh Johnson. And we've seen Daniel Jones do it already in a sense, okay? We've seen Daniel Jones go win a playoff game. Funny enough, it was against Minnesota. But he's already proved himself to be able to do something like that at that big of a stage. And I think what gets it for me is when you look at the money of it, okay? Because it wasn't that much. His contract, $375,000 for the rest of the season. Now it's week 13. Baltimore has 5 games left in the regular season, probably going to play a playoff game. So they have at minimum 6 games less in this season. So you got to ask yourself, $375,000 for 6 games and a backup quarterback. Is that worth it? I think the answer to that question is yes. I really do. Because, again, you're in the middle, like I've talked about ad nauseum, you're in the middle of your Super Bowl window at current, okay? This team, as it's constructed right now, can go win a Super Bowl. And I know it looks a lot different with Lamar Jackson on it. And hell, even if Justin Herbert was the backup quarterback to this team, I don't know if this team could go win a Super Bowl with Justin Herbert, without Lamar Jackson, I should say. But man, don't you think Daniel Jones gives you a better chance? And it's not like he was very expensive. He was cheap, right? $375,000. I know you're on the lower end of cap space, the Ravens are, when it's compared to the rest of the NFL, but still. Okay, so I'm not like mad at Eric DeCosta and John Harbaugh and the rest of this front office for not making this move, okay? Like I was at the trade deadline. I was mad at them for not making a bigger move. I'm not like frustrated and upset. I'm not thinking they're playing like soft. They're playing scared. Scared money don't make money, you know? I'm not like, I don't have that mantra, that attitude against them. But I would have liked them to see him take a shot, okay? I would have liked to see him take a shot. Well, one guy I think you should take a shot on is Mr. Nate Wiggins, former first-round pick out of Clemson. And if you want his jersey, you can head over to chatsports.com/Wiggins because they're on Fanatics right now for only $90. Guys, tomorrow's Thanksgiving, which means Friday's Black Friday, which means in a month we've got Christmas. And if you got uncles, aunts, cousins, brothers, sisters, dads, whoever, you want to give them a great Christmas present today, and they love the Ravens, they love Nate Wiggins, you've got a hell of an opportunity to snag a Nate Wiggins jersey right now at only $90. So chatsports.com/Wiggins is where you can find that. We're going to round out today with some AFC North talk, okay? We're going to look at the standings first, look at the next team's games, and then wrap it up, okay? Because I got a video coming out tomorrow. We'll do a bigger look ahead on how Baltimore fares and the entire AFC North or entire AFC playoff picture. But let's talk AFC North right now. Because as they stand right now with the win on Monday and with the Steelers' loss on the following Thursday or the prior Thursday, sit at second in the division, okay? Just a half a game back from the Steelers. They do have that head-to-head on you. You got the Bengals in third. You got the Browns in last. Browns are done. Bengals have an outside chance. This is really, at this point, like we all know, this is a 2-team divisional race between the Steelers and between the Ravens. And we're going to look at it tomorrow. Steelers kind of have a tough schedule ahead of them. Baltimore has some challenges as well. But they don't have an easy game this next week. Let's look ahead at who these teams are playing. Steelers and Bengals are playing each other Sunday, December 1st. It's a noon kick, so we'll be able to watch that game and know the outcome of that game before we play against Philadelphia. But you got the Steelers traveling to Cincinnati, playing a game on the road against an AFC North divisional opponent early December. It's going to be cold. I know it there in Pittsburgh. They're used to that, but still, it's never easy to go on the road, especially in this division, and win a football game. We know how hard it was to go on the road in Cincinnati and win that football game. That was like, the craziest game of the year so far? And so I'm hopeful. I think there's a good chance and a good shot that the Bengals win this game, especially because they're coming off a bye as well, okay? So they're on extended rest, and they've got the opportunity to beat Pittsburgh, and we'll know that by the time this game kicks off on Sunday. And if we just beat Philadelphia, You got the number one spot in the AFC North yet again. What is your confidence level in this happening, though? Okay, is it high? Is it low? If you're thinking, okay, 100% Cincinnati's going to win this game, give me 100. If you're thinking zero chance, give me a 1. Scale it for me in the comment section down below. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. This has been Ravens Rundown. I am your host, Joey Peterson. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. Enjoy Thanksgiving tomorrow with your families, and I'll see you then.